Ahoy friends, welcome to Building the Alpha Dory. I'm Dan and this is a project to build a Chamberlain style racing dory from John Gardner's The Dory book. Illustrations by Sam Manning. Today we're going to be out in the shop riveting the shear strakes. So let's get out there and get to it. Well, on the way out here I went ahead and checked the thermometer on the side of the house, and turns out it's right around 10 degrees outside now, so yeah, definitely cooling off. We'll see how long we're out here for, but I got the kerosene heater cranked. We've got plenty of riveting to do, and I've also got some cheese and port wine, pub cheese, and townhouse crackers, so that should keep me fueled for a little while, as long as my feet don't get cold. Yeah. So, chilly one out there. We really haven't had many cold days at all this year, so it's kind of about time. I was looking at Facebook memories that Facebook shows you, from previous years. And there was one with ice up on the marsh from the same day. I think it was 2 or 3 years previous. And the ice was like 2 feet thick in places that had washed up on the marsh, so we don't have any ice in the river as of yesterday. I'm sure it's making some out there now, but yeah, so I can't complain. It's been a pretty warm year. Nice and warm. Yeah, the other thing I need to grab is the copper can. There it is. Copper collection. temperature is definitely dropping out there, that's for sure. Next time I come out here on a cold day, I'll have to wear some, I like to put on sweatpants underneath a pair of a little bit baggy work pants. Long johns work too. I think the sweatpants actually work a little bit better, but you need a pair of pants that's got some room in it to fit the sweatpants underneath. Yeah, that would definitely help. It's actually not supposed to be bad tomorrow. Back up into the 30s and possibly even crack 40, we'll see. But yeah, like I was saying, it was about 10 degrees out there when I was coming out to the shop, so I'm sure the temperature's gone down since then because the sun's just setting. There we go. It's the right angle there. Could go up a little bit more, actually. can hear the oil burner over there glugging. The wick taking up more kerosene. Which is reassuring. Means it's still burning well. It's got enough oil in it. The tank of kerosene will last quite a while. I don't know how many hours, but quite. Wouldn't be surprised if it lasted 24 hours. It's not really keeping up with the cold, but at least it's keeping my tea warm over there. Grab a sip of tea. Alright, well, coming along. About halfway down to the first frame. Oops. That's the ads. if these stay on. I think they might. There's enough nail poking through. You don't save any time if you put all the burrs on and then they just jump off while you're riveting. I've been looking at sleeping arrangements for open boats and trying to get some ideas for how we want to try and rig this one up. This boat is going to be delivered with floorboards for sure. And the question is, what's the best way to sleep in it? Probably up at seat height. So I'll probably make some slats the right length to fit in there and rest on the seat risers, at least after the centerboard trunk. And then where the centerboard trunk starts forward, the trunk actually comes up above the height of the seats. So I'm not sure if that'll be left open. Maybe as like a gear area so that you could stow gear down either side of the centerboard trunk. And then when the tent is up, you could still, and the sleeping boards are in place, you could still access your gear. That makes a lot of sense. because either side of the centerboard trunk is a good place for gear anyway, because there's not a lot of active sailing that goes on ahead of the second seat. So, and that's where the centerboard trunk is ahead of the second seat predominantly. So, yeah, it would be a good place to stash. You know, you could put a galley box up there, and you know, whatever else you want to keep out of the way of sailing. Sleeping bags or whatnot. Backpack with clothes in it, and then once you set up the bed boards, then you wouldn't be like paneling in the gear, you know, all the stuff that you're going to want to have access to while the sleeping bags may or may not be set up. So yeah, it's something to think about anyhow. The other thing having the sleeping area aft of the centerboard trunk does is it moves the sleepers back in the boat, which gets the bow up a bit, which will tend to help the boat sit still at anchor in any sort of a current. If you've got the weight of two people amidships and forward, which is where you would be if you paneled in the centerboard box area and then one bay aft, then you get the bow down a little bit and it won't track quite as well in the tide. The other advantage is the further back from the bow you are, the less sort of chortling and lap noise of waves hitting the laps. Now you're still going to hear it for sure, but it's not quite as intense when your head isn't right beside these bow sections where the little wavelets tend to sort of cluck and chuckle in under the laps. So yeah, anyway, just some of the stuff we're thinking about as far as rigging this boat out, setting it up to camp cruise. Alright, so that looks like finished up the first bay. Thanks so much for stopping by Building the Alpha Dory. A massive thank you to everyone who has liked, subscribed, commented. This channel wouldn't be possible without your support, so thanks so much. And look forward to seeing you next episode. Bye.